January feels like a long time ago now. I still have chills when I think about how stress-free I felt during this day, but I'll try to get you along and hopefully you'll feel the same calmness as I did in my last adventure day in Florence. Despite the cold and the wind, the sun was the real magic of the day. When I had lunch, it was high and warm, and it led me to my first stop. Highly recommended by friends who went there recently. As I later found out that day from a local, this old amazing theater that you see now, before being renewed as a bookshop, has actually seen their position in its renovation project by the population of Florence. When the cinema failed, people wanted to keep it closed as an historical monument, but because of the amount of attraction it would have gained thanks to the library, now it's only visited and used and loved by foreigners. You can still sit and watch a movie or bring your laptop and work. Just sit down and read a book. It's always busy and overcrowded, so that's maybe why people don't like to use it anymore. But I still enjoyed it a lot, honestly. Got out the theater and I got this book. Because it was already late that day, I had to rush to the other side of the Arno River. So I set off and walked on the bridge to find the most famous colorful photo booth of Florence. As you can see, people kept aligning, but I couldn't spend too much time there because I had places to go. So I just admired it from afar and then I kept moving. It was for sure the most beautiful I've seen during these days, but the next one was waiting for me and I still had to figure out where it was. And after checking the map, I discovered it was on the other side of the river again. And on the other side of the city as well, so I had a long way before getting there. So it was better to keep moving, but I still had a lot of hours before dark, so I took it slowly and discovered the city on the way there. Florence is surrounded by art. Every angle offers a little piece of architecture, a view, or graffiti, and honestly, I could get lost in the city, and I wouldn't be mad about it. But it's only because I slowed down that I ended up in front of this unique place. And I cannot tell you how much I love my curiosity, because once I got inside, I was really glad I stepped in. The place I thought was a photography store was actually another bookshop, but also a restaurant and a coffee place. I was surrounded by rare books, old vinyls, CDs, and homemade vegan food. And of course, I couldn't deny myself a sweet treat, so I had a berries cheesecake and a pressed juice. I got the chance to talk to the owner, and she was really sweet and down to earth. And if you happen to be in Florence, you need to stop here and have a look.
Buonissima. Stavo giusto per dirlo, buonissima.
And what's more magical than the golden hour on the amazing architecture from centuries ago? Honestly, the blue hour, and you'll see in some seconds. It felt magical to be here because I never had the chance in years to stay here more than a day, but it was a pleasure to do it. The adventure, though, was not done yet, but it was closer to an end, and I joined the last hours walking down the alleyways with my mom after she finished working. And that's how we got to our last stop. I was about to give up, honestly, because it was so late and I was really tired. But she pushed me to finish my mission, my adventure. So we crossed the city and arrived to the social club, which I didn't know at the time, but it's an hostel with a lot of fun games in the halls and a pub. And there it was, the last photo automatica. I must say, not pretty as the other ones, but modern, definitely. It was still nice that they decided to add something that felt really coded in the city, as these photo automatica are. So it was a pleasure to get there, finish my mission. I was really proud of myself. And it was a pleasure to get you along. See you on my next trip.